We are finishing up our publications unit for English 4320. Pleased with the work there so far. And more importantly, we're beginning Unit 3, which is fundraising. The way organizations get money. Now, there are a lot of different ways to fundraise, and I strongly recommend you all look at, if you're truly interested in working in the nonprofit world, there are a lot of good books, but there's a book called Fundraising for Dummies, and don't let the 4 dummies fool you. It does a really good job of breaking out the major things. Any organization that's successful is going to have multiple streams of money. There are going to be grant applications, there's going to be probably an annual campaign, there'll be fundraisers, there'll be multiple sources of funding, often corporate sponsorships, and certainly I can't deal with all the kinds of ways that an organization will have receive funds, but that book will, if you look at it and really dig into it, you can get a sense of that you need a plan, that fundraising is constant, and that you need multiple sources of money to keep your organization functioning effectively, and that you shouldn't depend on any single one kind of funding source. But we're going to look at 3 different kinds of writing that have to do with fundraising. The first is going to be your basic donation letter for your annual campaign or some other maybe specific program. These are pretty common. They get written, they get mailed out, and we hope that a certain portion of the people who receive these will think, okay, I'm going to fill out a check and send it back. And the second we're going to do is look at a targeted ask, an ask specifically from a corporation. When I say ask, it means a request to a corporation or a business to sponsor something, to provide dollars for a program. These can be very helpful, and often they are done as part of an organization, or sorry, part of a company's marketing. For example, we get a certain amount of money from a local chain every year. It comes from their advertising dollars to support us in some of our summer programming, and we're glad to do it. We put the name of that company on our publications, and it's a mutually beneficial relationship. It's maybe call it enlightened self-interest. So we're going to be talking about some things that we haven't talked about before. We're talking about writing, because no matter what you do, writing is a huge part of fundraising. Often the initial approach to an organization, whether it be a business or a person or a granting agency, is through writing. The actual request is through writing. Often there are follow-ups through writing, and then of course there's a continual stream of thank yous that come if you were fortunate enough to be funded successfully. Some people say you should thank somebody 7 times whenever you receive dollars, and that's about right. Most people that you talk to in the nonprofit world will tell you that. I also have 2 really good videos from people you really haven't seen a whole lot of. One you haven't seen at all, who are very effective and successful grant writers, and you're going to be getting some good material about them, about the programs, through their interviews. So really big show, so to speak, a lot interesting coming up, but this week we're going to focus very specifically on fundraising letters.